Hello, everybody, and welcome to a community fortress. This fortress was sent in on the Discord by Jerigord. If you would like to send in a fortress for me to have a peek at, or a save file associated with it, simply go to the saves folder on your Dwarf Fortress install, which can be found by sorting by local on the actual save itself. Then simply zip the save of your choice and place it in the DF save sharing room on my Discord. Link is down in the description. But the fortress we're having a peek at today is called Singebolted, the Copper Relic, and the creation of Watching. This particular fortress is kind of awesome, and you'll see what I mean when we get inside. It's very much a massive tower with a huge construction site around it. I think you'll really like this one. If you would like to see it at 3D, simply wait until the end after the credits, where I will show some scenes with it running in 3D in Stone Sense. So we now have this fortress to have a peek at. So Singebolted of the Copper Relic of the creation of Watching. It sounds like this entire faction exists to watch Twitch streams. I don't know what you're talking about here. But anyway, initially we have this lovely kind of entry walkway, which kind of goes through this really neat little set of everything is engraved. Every single surface is engraved. These are, of course, engraved on this wall, just masterfully engraved images on everything. We also have this lovely little tavern with a little set of pumps on top of it, just kind of pumping mist in a circle. Personally, I would put one more layer of wall on the outside of this, just out of my own paranoia for defense's sake, but at the end of the day, you do what you want to do. We have this lovely jet black floor over the entryway, and then the base of the tower, which we'll get into in a minute. Huge amounts of food in this fortress, huge amounts of seeds and all other resources, massive amounts of blocks right here. I shudder to think what would happen to the frame rate if water displaced them for some reason. And we move up, and we can see that it doesn't go up particularly far, and I think that's it for stairwells in this. Yeah, there's just this kind of small area here which leads to a wall there, and that's pretty much it for up on this side of things. Down here at the bottom there is this small construction which does have some stuff on top of it, which goes down to a few of these millstones down here. So then down here is the construction site, as I described it. We've got very kind of wide open, huge spaces. We have some massive farms underground as well, some surface farms above ground. We've got glass furnaces, we've got smelters, we got kilns, we got huge piles of everything that you could possibly need. Stairwell goes down. These are those who threw away their lives to build such a grand fortress. We have entryways and exits over here, and then we can go down to the first layers. We have a little trap hall here, and then it goes a little further down, and then it goes a little further down, and then it goes a little further down through just various different materials. There's a lot of dead things in this cavern layer right here. And then as we hit the bottom, eventually, we'll get there, don't worry. We hit the bottom, and it's just little pathing through the magma sea to just kind of explore and vent a little bit. So, for the fortress itself, this is the star of the show. In the very center here, we have I'm always irritated by the fact that it doesn't matter what material you make the trade depot out of, they still just look brown. I know the floor changes, but I want these to change. Come on. Drop to it. Devs, you can do it. Come on, Tarn. I believe in you. Anyway, we got these lovely little set of spherical little storage spots for different types of bricks and such. And then we move up, and then we have our barracks. We have a archery range. We have another barracks, and another barracks, and another barracks, and another barracks. And we have stairs on the sides. I personally would have split these into like 4 rooms or something, made it like a pizza shape or something, but this looks awesome. We have the brewer's level. I do like that they're making the stairs into pillars, though. Blocks line of sight, definitely a good idea. And then up here we have this glorious tavern. This must have been a grand day indeed when this tavern opened for the dwarves. Let's just have a peek at this. We've got all of these images of bears. Right in here we have a rock, which is in cage on display. Just make sure no elves release that, hey? And then over here we have an Etten on display as well. So they get to sit here and witness the creatures that they have captured. There's a dwarf on display. I'm not sure what's up. Maybe they're a were creature. We have a hydra, a minotaur, a giant. Wow. We also have images of what looks to be those creatures. We also have homemade, I'm assuming, glass instruments, which is also really cool. Many bears, as well as an artifact room right there. I like that it's mostly sealed off. I personally would put a dog in there or something, some sort of livestock to spot any potential thieves. And then as we move up a little ways, we have the very elaborate setup of machinery to power everything with the propellers on the sides. It almost looks like it could take off here. Really cool. I would put offices or something in this layer because, believe it or not, dwarves do like being near tastefully arranged mechanisms, and they do kind of have them over on these sides. They have these dining rooms, but not quite the same. I personally would just put offices in these areas, but does look gorgeous. And then we move up. We have these cool little patterns. This kind of, I guess, maybe this is the, I see it's a temple to a particular deity. The kind of interesting thing about this, though, is like none of this actually adds to the value of these symbols, but my god, it should. We move up another layer, and then we have a bunch of shrines in the middle, as well as the outside of the machinery. And then more shrines in the middle with the tops of the glass areas. I wonder if the dwarves actually have access to any of this. Of course, there is lava in the middle of this, which we're going to get to in a second. And then there's this outer construction up here that just kind of keeps going up, keeps going up, keeps going up. And up here we have the heated, of course, turquoise meal, which is a wonderful little tavern. Not too busy today. Just seems like Zhang's hanging out alongside of Esmil over here. Wonderful. And then we move up a little more, and then there's the Grand Library, as well as guild halls around the edges. They need some chairs in those guild halls, I gotta say. And then the top of the Grand Library, and then the tippy top of the Grand Library, and then it's just the top of the roofs. And of course, we'll have to show this in stone sense at the end of the video. This is absolutely glorious. This is one of the coolest, like, above ground constructions I've seen in this version of the game. I know that some people say that, like, you know, my series are kind of between, like, I'm gonna help people with their forts and I'm just gonna show off cool projects. This one is definitely on the side of cool projects. Although, Jerigord, if you're watching this video, which I'm sure you are, could you please tell me, how exactly did you get that lava in there? Asking for a friend. I'm just curious, because there's no, like, direct route for that in there. Did you build a temporary pump stack and pump it in there? I mean, like, if we go down here, there is this, which is a little bit conspicuous for water, but lava? I don't know. Anyway, down here we have some studies and some other things, and then some more bedrooms, some dungeons, and it's cool. I'm a big fan. I like this fort. This is cooler than anything I've ever built above ground. I think Long Death was maybe my most elaborate fortress for, like, above ground constructions, where I built, like, a tube that went from the magma sea all the way to the surface out of glass and filled it up with lava. That was pretty cool. But this is something else. This is something else. And you know what? Let's just let it run for a little bit and see what frames we get on it. Because pathing seems to be totally fine in here, from what I can tell. I'm assuming we'll land around 30, 25 maybe? Seems decently stable. Yeah. Hot damn. Thank you very much to Jerigord for sharing this fortress with us and giving us the opportunity to have a peek at it. If you would like to send in a fortress for me to have a look at on this series, you can do that via my Discord. Once again, you just join the DF Save sharing room. Link is down to the Discord is down in the description of this video. Join the DF Save sharing room, and then in there, all you need to do is zip your save file of choice and plop it into that Discord. I'm going to go finish recording and just hang around until after the credits to see this in stone sense. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.